everyone, welcome to the podcast. I'm AUNI Afrina, a student of Faculty Communication and Media Studies here at M Campus Rembau. Today we will be talking about interpersonal communication, which is conflict and its management, and interpersonal power and influence. To help us understand this better, we have a special guest today, Puan Sharifah. Hi Puan Sharifah, how are you?
Doing good, you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Can you introduce yourself and explain about your role and your responsibilities?
So hi, I'm Sharifah Shazwahida. I'm a founder of Peak Media Sinar Berhad Digital and Creative Marketing Agency, and I graduated from UiTM Shah Alam, Bachelor in Interpersonal Communication.
Thank you for sharing that. Let's move on to our first topic, which is conflict management. Okay, so Puan Sharifah, can you share with me a conflict that happened in your workplace?
Conflict happened in my workplace. So basically, I'm a founder of creative agency. Of course, my team member have different ideas or maybe like ideology of creative. So that is the main conflict. And obviously, another thing is conflict with client, between client and also agency.
So what do you think is the most common causes that happen when
Conflict arise? The common causes, of course, is the miscommunication or maybe like lack of communication, unable to understand the behavior, maybe like other people behavior. And of course, the third one, I would say like the expectation towards other people.
Okay, Puan. So I have one question for you.
One only.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, do you have problem managing with people with different backgrounds, and how do you overcome that problem?
Obviously, because we deal with other people, you know, so you have to understand their perspective because everyone need to be heard and respected. I can give you one example. So maybe like dealing with Gen Z is quite different from dealing with millennial or other people. So your generation need to be heard, right?
Yes.
So of course, it's a huge problem understanding other people.
I do agree with that. Okay, Puan. For last question for this topic, what do you see as the role of effective conflict management in achieving your company success?
So the main effective communication is of course interpersonal communication because you need to be able to understand people. So as for me, I'm the leader of this company, so I need to be able to understand my team. I need to be able to understand their emotion and how to communicate with them so that they can work better. Maybe like, you know, help me.
Our next discussion is interpersonal power and influence. So Puan,
Yes, Auni.
Okay. I want to learn about the impact of communication
Okay, let's learn.
and on relationship, leadership and decision making.
So the question is?
So the question is, how would you define interpersonal power and influence in your role?
So how am I define interpersonal power is being a leader. I need to know how to be able to influence other. Influencing meaning they trust you and you should know how to motivate them using interpersonal communication.
Okay. So can you share an experience when you successfully influence other decision?
Okay, so I can share you two things. The first one is where client maybe don't believe at our agency, and we try, it's not a try hard, but we try to understand their perspective, and then at the end of the conversation, they proceed with us, meaning that dia trust kita untuk buat dia punya kerja lah, obviously. And then the second one is that again, tadi ada mention about Gen Z, right?
Yes.
You know that handling with Gen Z is a problem and bukan problem.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because they actually good, but it's depend on how people treat them and maybe how people talk to them. So macam dekat my team, obviously 80% of my team member is actually Gen Z, and if I nak minta diorang buat something, each one of them have different it's not task, no, different way to communicate with them. So macam contoh, I can share with you guys. This morning I have this one it's not like huge, but this one moment with my staff. So basically adalah a small pergaduhan, tahu tak? So this person, this A person cakap macam ni, this B person cakap macam ni. But from me, being a leader, you cannot pergi dekat mana-mana side. You should like macam stick to your position, which leader, being a leader, and you need to be able to understand their perspective. So masa tu akak macam try to understand, okay, this A person like this B person like this. Then since I belajar interpersonal communication and I use that kind of skills to communicate and influence dorang lah. So macam contohnya akak cakap lah contoh, this guy dia macam ni is because of macam ni. So you know, you cannot jump into conclusion when something happen. You need to be able to understand why benda tu jadi. So all these skills is in interpersonal skills.
Okay, so guys, we'll take a short break and we'll continue with other questions after this. Bye-bye.
So Ani, why interpersonal?
Why interpersonal?
So kenapa you ambil interpersonal?
Kita boleh pilih ke sebenarnya?
Yes. Tak pilih ke?
Diploma tak? Kita memang dapat semua
Oh
untuk
really? Or maybe like you dapat semua dan you study hard lah macam tu. But for me, congratulations Auni, because you are in the right subject. Tak ada, betul-betul. So I'm really into interpersonal communication lah. So for me, benda tu dalam banyak-banyak skills. Like you know, nowadays orang cakap you need to have like skills of like maybe like marketing ke apa benda, ads, advertising and all. But the thing is, all this is better for you to have interpersonal skills. Sebab, do you have boyfriend? Maybe like friends? No, not special friend, no. Okay, let's say it's your best friend. Ada kan?
Ada.
So do you have conflict with them?
Sometimes.
So do you use interpersonal?
Yes. Selalu macam communicate macam tu, Mac kat belakang tu. Okay, selalu ada konflik dengan dia.
Masalah kan?
Dari satu
Tapi stick together, right?
Stick together, okay.
Si interpersonal kau. Betul tak?
Okay guys, we're back with the podcast. So, next question for our guest is?
Yeah, what?
Puan,
Yeah.
how do you build trust when trying to influence others?
By listen. Listen to what they're trying to say. So, like, if you listen, then you will know how to understand them and obviously how to communicate with them.
Okay.
So, just listen.
Okay, Puan. How important is emotional intelligence when you're trying to gain trust on others?
So, can I share in my scope? I mean, like leadership scope.
Of course.
So, is it important? Yes, it is important. Obviously, it's because of if people doesn't feel hurt or maybe like macam they don't feel like they tak trust you, dia tak akan communicate anything with you, dia tak akan share anything with you. So you need to be able to understand them, to understand their emotion, to understand why their behaviour, kenapa benda tu jadi.
Why are they being like this?
So everything is about understanding, and again it's listen, communication, and also understanding, obviously.
So guys, communication is the
Communicate
key.
better, communicate better.
So guys, we're coming to an end of the videos, and for our last question for the guest is, Puan, what advice would you give to university students who aspire to build career in this kind of industry?
So be patient. Again, listen, communicate, understand. Be patient, guys.
Be passionate.
And of course, ambillah sebanyak mana experience yang ada. Don't just think about yourself. Like, learn. Continuous learning.
Okay, Puan Sharifah, thank
Yes,
you so
Auni.
much for sharing your experience with us today.
Pleasure.
And I hope to see you again. And to all the audience, thank you so much for watching this podcast. And I hope you enjoy this video. And Madam Nisha, please give me a good marks on this assignment, okay? Love you. Bye-bye.